Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Fine.
I am perfect. Well, I am Mr. Mawela, and as you guys know, I am your business studies teacher, grade 11. So I needed to remind you guys that I'm Mr. Mawela in case you guys forgotten my name as you went home yesterday. You know, a lot of things can happen on your way home or on your way to school in the morning. So, with that being said, today's topic is marketing in the formal and informal sector. So in the business world, we have the formal and the informal sector. And marketing in the formal and informal sector includes all the activities that are involved in the business world that makes the customers come and buy what the business is selling. So as you guys know, we did this last year in grade 10, marketing and its business structures. So I need one of you to tell me if you can remember what marketing is.
Sir,
Yes.
marketing is basically promoting of a business and selling of products or services. It can also include marketing, research, and advertising.
Good. I love your definition, which you said is basically the action or business of promoting and selling products or services. And then I like that you also went and included examples there, which are market research and advertising. Let's go to market research. What is market research? Market research basically is when a business goes out of its way to find out what is it that clients want them to sell. You know, they can do that in terms of surveys, online surveys, or door-to-door service whereby they go into specific groups of areas where people stay, and then they ask them, okay, we are selling cell phones. Let's say now iStore, for instance, is selling iPhones, and then now they're like, okay, we cannot just only provide phones to these clients. Let's do something else. So they go and ask, what would you guys love for us to provide you? And then someone would be like, okay, would love iPads, laptops, AirPods, all those things that you can find at the iStore. It's basically what market research is. And then when we come to advertising, it is when we see those products being advertised either on TV, on radio, or on newspapers and magazines. That is when we get to see what the client provides. Are we clear? Okay, cool. So, the informal sector. I'm going to give you the definition of formal sector. Formal sector is a sector which includes all jobs with regulated hours and standardized wages. People who work in the formal sector, they undergo what we call pay-as-you-earn tax. That is tax taken from their salaries by the government to help with other things. So, any example of jobs that may fall under the formal sector? Yes.
Thank you, sir. It's medical doctor and it's chartered accountant.
Yeah. Thank you. So what you said medical doctors and chartered accountants. So we'll just put them in an industry. So we'll say medical doctors, they fall under the healthcare industry, which can include nurses, pharmacists, and paramedics and so forth. And then chartered accountants, they fall under the corporate industry, which can include your HR managers, public relation managers, chartered accountants, as you said, and your CEOs, basically. Yes, thank you for that. Now, as we're about to get into our lesson, because that was just a warm-up, let's now look at the informal sector rather. The informal sector is an informal economy that is not taxed or monitored by any form of which the government might want to. So these ones, they include people like your street vendors or car mechanics or hairdressers. Other hairdressers, they've got their businesses registered and then they fall under the formal sector, but most of hairdressers, they fall under the informal sector. So by saying that, I just want you to know that in the business world, we've got the formal sector and the informal sector. And then in the formal sector, everything it is regulated. And then in the informal sector, it is do as you go, basically. People who sell by the streets, let's say if it rains, they can't go and sell because of the weather conditions. So now that day business has to stand still. But in the formal sector, whether it's raining, whether there's an earthquake, you guys go to work. Thank you so much. So let's go into our next